So in this video, we're gonna look at how the climate and water distribution in China looks like. So as you know, in the United States, where is the fresh water and the big city, you will find big cities. So the reason the fresh water attracting help the development of big cities because first of all the water is very important the resource and a human being and the livestock rely on the waters. And the second reason is because the close to the water source is very easy for the transportation. So back to the old time, there was no train, no car, and no airplane, and the main transportation tool will be boats. And so that's why when you see American, the most big city are real close to the Great Lakes or the seas or the big rivers. So in this part, we're going to look at how the Chinese climate look like and how that affecting the population distribution and economic development, and also how the water distribution affect the development of the economy, and especially we're going to recognize the main rivers in China. So first of all, we're going to look at the most developed area, the southeast. So in the previous video, and we will really look at, we have a natural segment line, which is from Anhui to my hometown, Tenchong. So in this line separate China to the west and east. And we also mentioned about the most developed area is located at the southeast, so which is this area, so southeast. So in this area, we have very interesting weather. We call the southeast monsoon weather. So what does that mean? That means in this area, we usually have the two distinguished seasons instead of four. So summer and winter. So summer usually pretty wet, have a lot of rains, and winter is usually pretty dry. And so I used to live in Shanghai. I remember the winter is not fun. It's pretty dry, and then I have to apply a lot of cream on my face. And in the summer, and it's so hot and then humid, and you always feel you're like a steamboat in the steamer. It's very uncomfortable. So when we were traveling there in May, which is actually I think it's the best month of the year, and we might feel a little bit the wet season, but it's not that bad. And so make sure you dress properly and make sure you have your rain gear with you. So as we discussed about the southeast, I have to mention about the four furnace in China. So which means the four hottest city in China. So they are all located in the southeast. So the first one is Chongqing. So Chongqing is one of the very hot place. I used to visit there in the summer, and it is hot. And then the second city is Wuhan, which is here, and the third city is Changsha, and with Changsha, which is fourth one is Nanjing, and Changsha is here. So these are the four furnace, and so they have a very good, very well developed economy because they, as I said, they're located in the southeast, but they are definitely very, very hot in the summer and humid. And so this is about southeast. And then the north, which is this area, and the north has used to be a very have a very advanced economy, and it's pretty dry, and also the land is pretty flat. And so in the north, usually people grow wheat, and on the southeast, people usually grow the rice because rice need grow in the field with full of water, so they like the humid weathers. So those are the climate look like. So and on the west side, it depends on where you are, and so in the top steps here, since it's very high altitude and it's very hilly, and so usually it's just like a mountain climate and very similar like Colorado Colorado, but their altitude definitely much higher, and then Colorado, so pretty dry and cool. And on the middle north here. So if you think about America, middle north like Chicago and Illinois, so they're pretty flat in America. So that's very good for growing the soybean and corn. However, in China, the middle west, or the middle area actually here, it usually is a desert. So a pretty dry desert, and that's why you heard about the sandstorm attacking Beijing, because these areas are very dry and the lack of the green, and usually a desert. So it's not really easy to live there. And so this is about the climate. And as I mentioned at the beginning, and I have to mention about three important rivers in China. So they are the important river to help the development of the economy in China. So the first river is called the Yangtze River, or people also call it Long River or Changjiang. So actually, this goes through Shanghai, and which means we will have opportunity to see this river. So let me change in the color of the pen. So the first river is Changjiang, which is Long River, and you can see it's here. So the Chongqing, Wuhan, and the Shanghai, they are all along this river, the Long River. And the second river is called Yellow River, and then sometimes people also call it Huanghe. So that one actually go through Beijing. So this is the second river, and the third river is a Pearl River, so which is go through Guangzhou. So it's about this area. So these are the three important rivers in China. And so Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Shanghai, Wuhan, Chongqing, and Beijing, they are all the tier 1 cities. So it's not happened coincidentally, as I mentioned at the very, very beginning of this video. So the big city are always located very close to the fresh water. And these are the three important rivers in China since back to 2000 years ago. And so it helped to nurturing the livestock and human beings, offer the very important fresh water to survive, and also offer a very convenient way to shipping goods and carry on the trading, inside trading, in domestic trading. So these are the climate and water distribution in China. They are definitely affecting the development of the China's economy and business.